While months-long crisis has severely impacted the lives of people belonging to every strata of Sri Lankan society, it has taken an unprecedented toll on those who were living in obscurity owing to their disabilities. Dependent on their families, they are now staring at a dark future as the country struggles to pull itself out of the deep economic crisis.
As the blazing midday sun beats down on his back, Singaram lifts himself over his peanut field, strikes his spade against the earth and begins to dig. The 44-year-old Tamil labourer has been tending to his patch of land for just under 2 months in Mullaitivu, a town on Sri Lanka's northeastern coast that is still recovering from the impact of country's bloody 26-year war. On January 14, 2009, 4 months before the war came to an end, Singaram was wounded by a shell attack and moved to hospital in nearby Puthukuduyerippu. When an airstrike hit the hospital, Singaram lost both his legs and was wounded in one of his arms. Mullaitivu is located in Sri Lanka's northern province, which is almost entirely populated by Tamils, many of whom were severely affected during the war. It is less than 20 kilometers from Mullaitivu, where an estimated 70,000 to 169,000 Tamils were killed in the war's final offensive. Today, 13 years after the war, the impacted Tamil population is being dealt a second blow by Sri Lanka's economic crisis, the worst it has faced since independence. Runaway inflation has left many of them unable to afford basic necessities, with several people already unable to work.
கஷ்டமன்றது கூட இருக்கு எனக்கு மேலே இப்போ கூலிக்காரன் வந்து சில அந்த நாடு எப்பயோ சரி கிழமையில் ஒரு நாள் 2 நாள் அவன் தொழில் செய்வான் எனக்கு அந்த வாய்ப்பு இல்லை சார் என்னென்னா இப்போ எனக்கு வந்து கூலி வேலைக்கு போனாலும் யாரும் எங்களை எடுக்க மாட்டாங்க டக்குன்னு கூலி வேலைக்கு ஏன்னா இப்போ நாங்கள் இப்போ இப்படி போய் செய்கிறதுக்கு சாத்தியம் இல்லை தானே அது இப்போ இது எங்களுக்கு சொந்தமே தான் இப்போ நாங்கள் சொந்தமாக ஒரு பொருளை செய்வோம்ன்ட்டு நாங்கள் ஒரு முயற்சி எடுத்து செய்கிறபடியாக இதுக்கு நாங்கள் வந்து பாடுபடுறபடியாக எங்களுக்கு அது செய்துകൊണ്ടിருக்கிறோம்.
Senthipan Kalachelvi has a similar story to tell. The 38-year-old housewife lost an arm and a leg in shell attack while she and her family were displaced from their native village of Kummulamunai in the final months of civil war. The resulting disabilities left Kalachelvi entirely unable to work and confined to carrying out household duties, including sweeping, washing clothes and helping her children with their homework. After being widowed in 2012, she was left totally dependent on her mother, who works as a daily wage labourer.
நாங்கள் இந்த சொந்தரம் கும்பலாமனை அப்படி இடம்பெயர்ந்து நிறைய இடம்பெயர்ந்து கடைசியாக போய் புதுக்குடிப்பு தேவிபுரத்தில் ஆனா பகுதியில் போயிருந்த இடத்தான் எனக்கு அம்மாவுக்கு 2 பேரும் காயப்பட்டுனாங்க. அம்மாவுக்கு விரல் இல்லை, எனக்கு இப்படி கால் கை இல்லை போனது கஷ்டம்னு சொன்னால் கால் கை இருந்து நாங்கள் உழைச்சி எங்களோட சிவியத்தை போக்காட்டு வந்தேன். இந்த சித்தத்தால் இப்படி வந்தது.
The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees estimated in 2003 that more than 84,000 Tamils fled to neighbouring India during the course of the civil war, while 800,000 Tamils were displaced by the conflict. These are not two exclusive cases. There are hundreds in Sri Lanka whose life have been affected massively by the economic crisis that has dawned over the island nation. Months of helplessness has pushed such people to the brink. And with little light appearing at the end of the tunnel, observers fear that food and cash-driven crisis could prompt another tragedy in their lives, and this time around, they might not end up being the fortunate ones.